It's going to be really easy. Trump says his 2020 debate strategy will be all about the economy. Lima, Ohio. President Trump, in a speech largely crediting himself for the strong economy, told plant workers here Wednesday that his future 2020 Democratic opponent will struggle in debates because he can just rattle off low unemployment statistics. So it's going to be really easy on the debate stage when they hit me with nonsense and I say, really, but African American employment, the best it has ever been. Hispanic, that was as close as he got to talking politics, however. Trump then spent Trump's visit to the Joint Systems Manufacturing Center in Lima, which is operated by General Dynamics, was an official White House event and not one of his more freewheeling Make America Great Again rallies. Still, the trip here marks his 10th visit to Ohio since becoming president. A senior Trump won Ohio in the 2016 presidential election, and the swing state is expected to be critical to his keeping his job in 2020, as well. The Lima plant produces Abrams tanks, the U.S. Army's main battle tank. The Trump administration, you better love me. I kept this place. Trump campaigned for president on the promise of bringing manufacturing jobs back to the United States. Yet, roughly, the Lordstown plant is not the only one that GM has closed or scaled back in recent months, and Trump's struggles with the auto industry have undercut his message of economic prosperity and a resurgence of manufacturing jobs, in particular. Over the weekend and into Monday, Trump publicly lashed out at the company and said he had spoken with Chief Executive Mary Barra. "I am not happy that is closed when everything else in our country is booming," Trump wrote on Twitter. "I asked her to sign." He added that Barra had blamed the United Auto Workers Union. "I don't care." In another tweet, he cast the automakers' problems as an aberration in the successful economy. Because the economy. Trump also slammed the local UAW president by name in a tweet over the weekend, writing, "Democrat UAW Local 1112, President David Green ought to get his act together and produce. GM let our country down, but other much better car companies are coming into the U.S. in droves. I want action on." Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke seized on the moment, live streaming on Facebook a conversation with Green on Monday in a direct rebuke of the president. Trump continued his criticism of GM and union leaders generally during the Wednesday speech, telling the crowd that while union workers are great, union leaders are dishonest because they praise him privately but then support Democrats. Trump also told the workers that the union ought to lower your dues. By the way, you're paying too much. Kelly Gormley contributed to this report.
Raindrops, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.